Well, hey everybody, John Riplin here, and this is my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Japan Cup Night 6 event. Quite fun, especially the two cup matches. I'm giving this a thumbs up. Big thank you as always, Jen, for sending me that little C-Block trophy. I really do appreciate, as I appreciate everybody for watching any New Japan content or any content on the channel. There will be a poll above my head. Please grade it there and let me know what you think there and in the comments below. And yes, this review is up a little bit later. I had a very, very bad stomach virus yesterday. I'm not going to go into details. I don't want to sicken you guys. But suffice to say, once I got done with work, I basically got home, and I think by 4 p.m. I was in bed, and I basically slept off and on till like 9:30 a.m. So I'm better. I'm still recovering, but I got to it today, so I do apologize for the lateness of this review. And I do also want to say that with the upcoming live shows, the Saturday and Sunday reviews will probably be up in the afternoon sometime. I'm probably still going to try to sleep off the rest of this. Same with, I think it's Wednesday and Thursday. The Saturday and Sunday shows, though, the basically what determines the final matches, and then the finals, I will be watching those live. So I'm just going to basically take a little bit of time to not watch New Japan live and recover. So I hope you guys do understand that. But anyway, let's get on with this review. A pretty fun show overall, as I said. Kevin Kelly, Rocky Romero on commentary, and we started with Michael Elgin and Yota Tsuji versus Nakanishi and Nagata. This was really, of course, about, young lion Yota getting his time in and doing well. He did get beat up some. Elgin and Nakanishi having a power battle and everything. Yota did get back in. He ends up tapping to Nagata, gain a variation of a crossface, but not a bad match overall. Yota has certainly improved. You can see that football background really does, has suited him in wrestling. And there's a lot of really good young lions that they have going here. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with him and the various other young lions, like ones that are featured in the upcoming matches, like Bad Luck Fale, Taiji Ishimori, Hikuleo, and Chase Owens versus Togi Makabe, Tenzan, Kojima, and Ren Narita. Ren Narita, of course, the sole young lion here. A lot of veterans in here. I think Chase would be the only other one that's pretty young. Well, him and Hikuleo, but still quite a few veterans in here. So Bullet Club versus, just a collection of veterans and, one young lion. And not bad. Kojima and Hikuleo got into some battling and everything. Hikuleo did do a majority of the work in this match, like at least 40% of it. And I know that doesn't sound like a majority, but considering it's an 8-man tag, you'd think people would switch in and out. No, they're trying to see if Hikuleo can do pretty well. Still not bad. Kojima did get beat up a bit. Makabe got in, and then after some shots, Ren Narita got in. Chase got teamed up on a little bit, but in the end, Chase's package piledriver pins Ren Narita for the 1-2-3. And this is not the last appearance we would see from Chase Owens in this night, or on this night. And then we get Goto and Shogota, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to come up with jokes here. Versus Naito and Shingo. Not the one of two appearances for LIJ tonight. And of all the shows, this is kind of the one one where it had some good moments, but it was very, very quick. I think it was 8 minutes tops, or at least it felt very short. Shota did get beat up, but he did, he did, get in some shots as well. Goto got in, he battled with Naito. It's gonna be very interesting to see if they end up feuding, as that would be quite a good feud for the IWGP Intercontinental title. Shota got back in, he does pretty well, but in the end, after being double teamed a bit, Pump and Bomber clothesline from Shingo pins him for the 1-2-3. So yeah, and Shota's one guy I could definitely see competing for championships sometime next year. I don't know about this year. Maybe for tag team gold if they have him and Naoto Yoshida team up again. But singles gold, I don't think is too far off for this guy. Maybe he might have to go on excursion for a bit, like so many young lions do. But it'd be very, very interesting to see what Shota does in the coming years. And then we get Sanada, Evil, and Bushi versus Minoru Suzuki, Taichi, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. in a pretty fun match. Mainly it's about Sanada and Suzuki as they're going to be battling, in the New Japan Cup, I believe on the 17th, if I recall correctly, which should be a very good match. I have Suzuki winning that, but it would be very, very. They keep pushing this whole thing of Sanada losing 2 singles matches to Suzuki. I think it's like 5-1 in All Japan in Suzuki's favor and 2-0 in New Japan in Suzuki's favor. So they keep pushing that to where I think Sanada might actually get the victory, which I wouldn't be upset about. My bracket's already busted to shit anyway, with the exception of a couple people, but still. It'll be very interesting to see what that match does. And so, yeah, Suzuki-gun members jump the bell. The action goes outside weapon usage because you never leave Suzuki around any weapons. He'll just beat people up and beat up young lions and throw guardrails and probably rip apart the wall. But he'll help clean it up because he's an environmentalist. The guy is a weird collection of insanity, and I also don't want to say anything bad about the guy because Suzuki's awesome, but also I don't want to die. But Evil and Suzuki do end up battling. That was pretty nice. Like, really, Evil can work with just about anybody. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Everybody does get in. I mean, hit a move. Bushi ends up tapping to Tai Chi, and, like a weird pseudo octopus stretch like variation, or like, a sit down octopus stretch. It was kind of hard to describe. So, yeah, so LIJ lose this match. Suzuki and Sanada battle afterwards. Sanada standing up to Suzuki, so it's going to be a very interesting match to see what happens on the 17th. And then we get Zack Sabre Jr. and Taka Michinoku versus Ibushi and Honma. And shockingly, Honma did not take the pin in this match. No, Ibushi didn't either. I mean, come on, who the hell else? If it's not the one guy that's a pseudo, fall guy in the tag match on one side takes the fall, who's it going to be? Well, it's Taka, obviously. Honma did get beat up even after hitting some moves. Ibushi got in. Good stuff with Sabre Jr.'s, hyping up their New Japan Cup match coming up, I believe, the 16th, which is going to be very interesting. And after, Taka's in and everything, he gets hit with a falling Kokeshi, off the second rope. And then Kamigoye, the big knee from Ibushi for the 1, 2, 3. And, yeah, that was fun. It was a fun match. And then we get a match that actually had a pretty interesting aftermath. We had Tomohiro Ishii, Juice Robinson, Colt Cabana, and Taguchi versus Yano, Tanahashi, Yoshihashi, and Hanare. And yeah, this was something else. This was quite fun. I don't want to say it was great, but it was nice because you have still guys like Ishii, Colt, and Taguchi in the cup. Still, Juice is the only guy that isn't, and same with Hanare. So everybody's got their a little hype thing going, okay, I want to gain the advantage over my opponents and everything. So you had a lot of Yano and Colt comedy of them wanting to play it safe and not go after the, or wanting to play it straight, not go after the turnbuckle pads. But then, of course, Yano's trying to outsmart Colt. That's going to be very interesting. I wouldn't be shocked to see Colt actually get the victory over Yano. I mean, I know that, Colt obviously isn't, he's obviously working with Ring of Honor and stuff like that. But it'd be very interesting to see if Colt Cabana could go that far in the New Japan Cup tournament. He's not going to win the thing because it will likely be Suzuki, and then Suzuki facing off against Colt or Yano. Oh boy. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Ishii and Yoshihashi get in as they're going to be battling the two Chaos members. They battle it out a bit. Yoshihashi not backing down, so it's pretty good stuff. He has really shined in this New Japan Cup tournament so far. Yoshi does get beat up after that. Tanahashi and Taguchi in. They have a little bit of a scrap. Hanare and Juice in. They had some good exchanges. Everybody gets in. Hit a move. That kind of stuff. The big schmaz. And then, in the end, left hand of God from Juice and Pulp Friction to Hanare for the 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, that was pretty nice. But then, Juice is out celebrating, and Chase Owens runs out from the back or the crowd or something in a hood jacket and beats up Juice. So it's possible we may get this as a, maybe we get this on the finals of the New Japan Cup, show. Maybe we get that. Maybe we get this title match. I think we're going to get MSG, which would be pretty interesting. Now, you might have to throw another Ring of Honor guy in there. But Chase and Juice, I'm for it. I don't think Chase, rather. I mean, I'm mixing up the names there. Chase should win it. But it would be very interesting to see. I mean, if he does, that would give Bullet Club even more gold. But anyway, it was not bad, and I mean, it's a nice little way to hype up this match. It's going to be happening, and then we get to Archer and Will Ospreay in one of the two New Japan Cup matches tonight, and it was good. I don't want to say it was great. It was a nice David Goliath match, essentially. I mean, Ospreay did start off with a hit and run thing, getting away from Archer. Archer does take over using power, some rest holds, throwing Ospreay around. Ospreay did not back down, though. He did take a lot of hard chops and strikes, including this one vicious one, where I believe Ospreay was on the turnbuckle and Archer just smashed him. It's like, ow, that looked like it hurt. Even at one point, Ospreay hitting a huge Spanish fly. I mean, just catching Archer and doing that. Archer's so able to move remarkably well, like, despite his size and the fact that he's in his early 40s. Guy is in tremendous ring shape. Really good stuff, though. Gained some big moves in. Cutter for 2 from Osprey. The blackout for 2. Apparently, nobody has kicked out of the blackout before. I don't exactly know how true that is. I mean, I'm pretty certain it's probably been very, very rare, though. If like it's never happened. And that was pretty interesting. So Archer's like all thrown off. And Archer's then on the ropes. Osprey, kind of hits the, the hidden blade elbow. And manages to get Archer. Osprey manages to get Archer on his shoulders. Big 6'7", 270-pound guy, and hits the Stormbreaker. 1, 2, 3. That was some good shit. That was really, really impressive, because I wondered how the hell he was going to hit the Stormbreaker. So I was like, okay, well, the Oscar didn't do it. He's going to hit the Stormbreaker, but how? Because I was impressed he hit it on Jeff Cobb, a number of weeks ago. But yeah, that was certainly impressive. Osprey moves on. So far I'm pretty right in that bracket. I got Osprey. I think Osprey's going to lose to Okada, though, because Okada beats Mikey Nicholls in what was a good match. I don't think anybody expected Mikey Nicholls to get the victory. I think this is probably the one. This and Shota and Tanahashi was probably like the most predictable one. It was fun, though. Nicholls did actually take it to Okada for a bit, after some rest holds and some exchanges, beating him down and everything. Okada does come back, some big drop kicks, including one big shotgun drop kick and a big elbow. Mikey does come back, hits a nice moonsault for 2, but in the end, Rainmaker, the Rainmaker pose, and then soon after, the Rainmaker 1, 2, 3, and Okada gets the victory. I know it sounds like I'm brushing through a lot of Okada's New Japan Cup matches, but at this point, it's like, it's obvious, Okada's going to at least go to the finals. Now, he could win the cup. If he wins the cup, then he's got to beat Jay White at MSG. That's the one thing. You can't have him lose to Jay White twice, but still, I'm going to say B. I was very entertained by this, and I like the fact that even with 8 matches, they're over in like 2.5 hours. And, 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I like that because it's a nice little way to get the action in. Everybody gets a chance to shine. You get the chance to hype it, but you don't overstay your welcome. So it's going to be very interesting. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching this. I am very sorry for the delay in this review, but, health. I mean, it kind of, kicks up sometimes. But anyway, I will be, unless, something suddenly happens, Saturday review, Sunday review. I will have those up in the afternoon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I am John Ritlin. I will see you soon.